So finally, the last thing you need to do is actually produce or save your movie. As you can see, this software program is it's quite good, and it has a lot of different things you can do to make your movie that little bit better, etc. And if you like that type of thing, have a go and play around with the different buttons and options, etc. However, there's one thing I should have mentioned at the very start, and that's to save your project as you're going along. Now, in Movie Maker, there are two ways to save your actual project. One is where you save it as a project file, and that means then you can go away from the project on one night and come back the next day and get back into it again. But when you're finally finished it, that's when you save it as a movie. So to save it as a project file, you just come up here to this little clipboard icon here, just above the paste one, and you click Save Project As. And what it is, it'll be a Movie Maker project. So we'll just call it Resistance Training. Oops. So every time you make changes to your actual project, keep saving it. Now, there's one very important aspect here, that this timeline up here, these are only links to where you actually have the project stored on your computer, where you have the actual video stored on it. So there's no point in you submitting the actual project file, because no one else will be able to view it. It'll only be viewed on that computer. So it's almost like having all the ingredients finally in the project, but now you have to cook it or produce the actual video itself. So you produce the video by going up to the same location and clicking. And this time you must choose the Save Movie option here. Now, when you click that, it gives you lots of different common settings. You can save it for your computers, for DVDs, for Android phones, for all these different types of things. The one you need to check for this one is for computer. Now, when it comes up under for computer, you can see here that it says save as type. So MPEG-4, and that's generally a high quality file that, although the quality will be very good, if you have a long video, it's going to take up a lot of space. If you use the drop down menu here, you'll see the Windows Media Video file, and that will give you a much smaller file in terms of megabytes, and the quality will still be good enough for a submission for a project or for a case study or for a final assessment. So Windows Media Video file is a good format. So then you click, what you must do is navigate to exactly where you want it to be put. Okay, so make sure that you remember where you put the video, and then click Save. And depending on the length of your video, as you can see here, this could take anything from a couple of minutes up to maybe half an hour to complete if you've got a long video. And it'll keep telling you as it's producing it what percentage that it is complete. So when it's completed, then it'll tell you that your video resistance training file is now done, and that you can play the video file or open the folder that it's in. Okay, so let's open the folder to make sure that we know where it is. All right, and I've just opened the folder here, and I can see that it's here. So if I double click on that, I can see now that it's coming up as my movie. Okay, so I'll just pause that now and take it out of the big screen. So I'll just close out of that. So what you have to remember now is that you need to copy that video, right? Copy that video onto a USB key or onto a DVD and send it in with your project. Okay, and this is the one that you send in, the Windows Media Audio Video file.